The chapter we're studying is called Cells and DNA. Today, we will read two interesting passages, all about differences in DNA. We will also watch an animation. Let's begin. Differences. Different DNA leads to different looks, behaviors, and personalities in people. Although people look very different, all humans have very similar DNA. DNA is the code that leads to life in all organisms. DNA is the reason every person looks different. Every person's DNA code is unique. However, the DNA is still very similar. Very small differences in the DNA code can create big differences in how people look. Most processes that keep all cells alive need specific genes. Because of this, humans share many of the same genes with very different organisms, even worms. DNA makes everyone different. Not all DNA is part of a gene. Humans share sequences of DNA with worms because life is created in a similar way. Small differences in DNA code leads to all the differences between humans and worms. Bases. The two strands of DNA are complementary. The binding of DNA bases is like a puzzle. Only the right pieces will fit. There are 4 different bases that make up DNA. They are A, T, C, and G. Each letter represents a different nucleotide. These can be in any order on one strand, but they always bind to the same base on the other strand. T always binds to A, and A always binds to T. C always binds to G, and G always binds to C. Bases are also called nucleotides. Since all people have the same 4 bases, the order of the bases is what leads to differences. Bases only bind to the other base. T to A to T, G to C, and C to G. Now let's watch an animation about how the 4 bases bind together to create DNA. Let's take a look.
DNA bases. DNA is a unique shape known as a double helix. The double helix is held together by bonds. These bonds are formed by the bases of DNA. One base is adenine. This is usually shortened to just A. Another base is cytosine, which is usually shortened to C. Another base is thymine, or T. The 4th base is guanine, or G. Each base only binds to one other type of base. A only binds to T. C only binds to G. T only binds to A, and G only binds to C. These bonds keep the 2 strands of DNA together and help make life possible in all organisms.